was 2 Corinthians 3:17 and 18. And it goes as such. Amen. 17 and 18 of 2 Corinthians. This is a very simple scripture that applies to all. Although Paul was sending this letter out to the Corinthians, it's for us also.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And it goes like this. The Lord is the Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty.
Yes, yes, yes.
But we all, with unveiled face, beholding as a mirror the glory of the Lord, are being transformed into the same image from glory to glory, just as from the Lord the Spirit.
Amen.
In this letter, Paul is stating in 17 that where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom.
Yes, Lord.
Freedom from death and sin and condemnation of the law. You have been set free because Christ lives within you.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
Verse 18 is simply stating that all believers behold the glory of God and that we are transformed into the likeness of Jesus. So if I had to put a title to these two verses, it would be Mirror, Mirror on the Wall.
Preach up, preach up, preach up.
God knows you all.
What's up? All right.
When I was a kid, Walt Disney wrote a story about a young girl whose mean stepmother, the queen, wanted her dead. Because she was far more beautiful than she was. The queen had a magical mirror in which she would look into this magical mirror and say, mirror, mirror on the wall, who the fairest of them all?
Set it up, preacher.
All right, now.
Well, the mirror would answer her back, and anybody knows a mirror is not going to lie. It's going to tell the truth every time you look into it.
Amen.
And the mirror let her know that she wasn't the fairest of them all.
Right, right.
Now, if I may take a moment of your time to preach about the mirror on the wall,
Well,
just pray with me
yeah.
for just a moment and ask yourself a question. What is a mirror? A mirror, in case some of y'all don't know, is a surface that reflects.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is a glass surface backed with a metallic coating that reflects the image that are in front of it.
Wow.
Wouldn't y'all agree that?
Yes, yes.
I know there was a time many years ago, Iris and I, we took one of the grandkids to Disney World, and while we was there, we went to, Ripley's house, believe it or not. And as you enter, there's this statue sitting right here on this little podium, and this statue had this man when he pulled his lip up over his nose. and all these people, these silly people, was up there trying to get that lip up over their nose. I'm sitting back in the back, and I'm up there laughing at them. Y'all see how stupid they look doing this. And so as the crowd moved on, look at all these things, believe it or not, things, I looked around. Wasn't nobody there. So I stepped up to this mirror where this statue was, and I took my lip, and I was trying my best to do it. I couldn't do it. And as I walked to catch up with the crowd, as I walked to this back room, there were a lot of people back there. They were laughing at me because they were on the other side of the mirror watching me. That's how God is.
Yeah.
He's watching us.
Yeah.
You may not see
Preach
it,
up.
but He's watching us.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, come on now.
Looking in the mirror is something that we do every day.
Yes, sir.
It is an object that hangs on your bathroom wall,
Uh-huh.
maybe in your kitchen, and definitely in your bedroom. We look in the mirror to put on makeup, comb our hair, shave. When we look into the mirror, we want to make sure that when we leave our homes, we're going to be looking good
All right.
and ready for the world.
Yes.
Wouldn't you agree that our appearance is important to us?
Set it up now, preacher.
Okay. The mirror shows what we look like on the outside.
Well,
It gives us value, although some of us shouldn't look in the mirror at all.
all right.
I'm just kidding, y'all. I'm just kidding. The mirror shows what we look like before we put on our mascara,
All right.
eyeliner, and lashes.
Well,
It shows the uncombed hair
well,
and the unshaven face.
preacher.
The mirror shows what you look like after you have done all these things. A great change.
Yes. Yeah. Very good.
The mirror is good for telling us how we look on the outside.
Yeah.
Yes.
The mirror will never, ever, never,
All right.
ever
Right.
show us
Uh-huh.
what our insides look like.
Yes. Preach now.
But God knows who you are.
Preach for you, quiet.
It doesn't matter what we wear on the outside.
Yeah.
Yes. Come on
God
now.
knows who you really are.
Preach, preach.
Because on Sunday morning, we put our Sunday best on.
Yeah.
But God knows who you are.
Uh-huh.
Our outward appearance is very important to us. Why? One, we want to impress other people in our social
Well,
situations. Two, we know that a physically attractive person attracts a lot of people.
well.
Three, it boosts self-confidence and self-esteem.
Yeah.
Four, we like to judge a person on how they look.
Well.
And five, we spend thousands of dollars and hours on making our outward appearance to look good, but won't give God no time and would only put $2 in the offering.
Preacher.
All right,
Preacher.
now. Come on.
Okay, now.
There was a song out in the mid-70s by a group called The Undisputed Truth. It was called Smiling Faces. And it went something like this. Smiling faces sometimes pretend to be your friend. Smiling faces show no traces of the evil that lurks within.
Well.
Smiling faces,
Yeah.
smiling faces. Sometimes they don't tell the truth.
All right now.
That is a picture of every last one of us.
All right.
How many times have you smiled at a person and said in your mind, I can't stand them? God knows who you are.
Yeah.
How many times have you pat a person on the back and you wish you had the knife to go with it? God knows who you are.
Come on.
We are supposed to be a reflection of who Christ is. But yet, for some reason or another, we just want to put knows
Yes, sir.
who you are.
Yes, sir.
Yes, he does. Yes, he
sir.
does.
David had a lot of things that he was going through, and he sought out Bathsheba, and he saw what he seen was beautiful and everything, and he went through a whole lot of changes.
Yes, yes.
But David come to realize that Psalm 51:10, he said, create in me a clean heart.
Yeah.
Oh God, renew a right spirit within me.
Preacher.
Yes.
Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me.
Yeah.
David knew that he was sinful, and he needed God, and only
Yes,
God
yes.
can create in him on the inside a clean heart.
Yeah.
He wanted his mind, the things that he was thinking, he wanted them to be renewed. David wanted his inside changed. He wanted to change the way that he thought. He didn't want the desires of the flesh to take control anymore. David definitely, he didn't want God to leave him at all. He didn't want his spirit to leave him. But we must come to this understanding that God knows who you are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Quit looking in the mirror on the outside
Well,
and work on the inside.
All right, now. All right.
When we are out and about, people are able to see the presence of God that lives in you because your actions are different from the world. Wouldn't you say?
yeah.
Ephesians 5:1-2 states that we are to be imitators of God and to walk in love because Christ loved us and gave himself up for us. God is love.
Yes.
And if you don't love, then you're not God-like. There's nothing that you can tell me that you are a Christian if you can't love your brother and your sister.
Well.
We have this image that we want everybody to know. We are people who like to be like someone we know. We want to play basketball like Michael Jordan or be another Jim Brown on a football field. We like to sing like Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston. It is easy for us to imitate worldly people, but being an imitator of Christ is so hard for us to do.
All right.
Yes.
Preacher.
It is easy
You tell the truth.
to imitate Christ if we love our neighbors. We don't want to give this appearance that we don't. In order for us to be a reflection of Christ, what do? Simple. Give your life to Christ first of all.
Yes.
You got to give him your life. You can't do nothing without Christ. You can't change yourself without him. So give your life to Christ. You got to attend church.
Yes.
Sunday school, Bible study on a regular basis. So that his word will grow within you.
Yes.
You can't just wake up one morning and say that I'm saved and know nothing about who Jesus is.
Right.
You can't let worldly things influence you.
Okay now.
We must, as we said in Sunday school on the lesson, we must trust in the Lord with all,
Yes, sir.
not some, with all our heart. And one thing we cannot do is lean to our own understanding.
Right. That's right.
We cannot do these things. And then we must, in all ways, not just when I need him,
Well.
not because the light bill is due,
Well.
not because she done left me,
Yes,
or
sir.
he done left me,
Yes, sir.
not because I just got beat up,
Well.
but in all ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your path.
Yes, you will.
The Bible also tells us that we ought to urge to present our body as a living sacrifice,
Yes, Lord. Yes.
holy and pleasing
All right. Unto God.
unto God.
Yes.
We don't like making sacrifices. You know, we will make one, but believe me, it got to be something that I can afford to let go. Other than that, as we was talking about in Sunday school, God, please don't ask me to give up my Cadillac for a Hyundai. That's going to be hard today. You know how much I paid for that? But we must make sacrifice. Then we must worship him in spirit and his truth.
Yes, Lord.
Yes.
Yes.
When you become Christ-like, James said that be doers and not hearers.
That's right.
And when I come to think about being a doer, it makes me think that if I'm going to be Christ-like, I must be able to witness to somebody to tell him about who Christ is. I must be able to walk right, because sometimes you don't have to say a word, but people can see what you are. Sometimes I ain't got to talk, but if I do talk, I'm going to talk that I'm about Christ's business, about my Father's business. I'm not going to talk about who you are, what you done done, who you done seen. I want to say things. I want to be on time for when it comes to God things, because we're known to start church at 11 and show up by 12 and hope we out by 1. We got to be more Christ-like. We got to try different things instead of this is what we always have done. How can the church improve if you stuck on yesterday? You want to be more active in church than just coming and sitting on the pews each and every Sunday. I want you to understand that God knows your heart. God knows every step that you take. God knows everything that you're going to say before you say it. He knows your thoughts. God knows your comings, and he knows your going. Christ-like means that you are loving. Christ-like means that you're forgiving. Christ-like means that you're compassionate. Christ-like means that you're gentle. You're patient. You're obedient. You are honest. You're prayerful. And you know how to humble yourself. I want to say Christ. I want to give Christ my heart. I want to give him my soul. I want to give him my mind. Because I want to be a follower of Christ.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When you look in the mirror, do you see yourself or do you see Christ? When you leave your house, or you leave it as that thug, or you leave it as a disciple. When you go to work, or you're talking right, or you're talking about somebody. When you leave the church, or you're leaving saying amen, thank you Jesus, or you're saying I'm so glad it's over. Being Christ-like, you got to walk in love, not just on Sundays or Wednesdays, but each and every day, 24/7, 365 days a year. Somebody got to know who Christ is in order to be Christ-like. God knows your heart.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I may not be able to see you on the inside, but God can see your inside.
Yes, he can.
He knows how you think. He knows your next move. I want to study to show myself approved workman, needed not be ashamed, but rightfully dividing the word of truth. I want to tell somebody about somebody who can save everybody. Because I know that one day on a hill called Calvary, he laid down his life for you, and he laid it down for me. God knows your heart. I want to know that I want to tell y'all this morning that Jesus is alive like he was yesterday. All you got to do is accept him in your heart. All you got to do is walk the way that Christ wants you to walk. We must be able to listen to one another, be in unity with one another. We must be on one accord with one another. There is no on a ministry. I don't want to do that. Ministry meetings are at 7 and you show up at 7:30. Being Christ-like means that you're going to be involved in everything that goes on, every aspect of Christ. You're going to work together. You're going to go out there and you're going to give praise to the God that you know, because you are his light. Yeah. You are the one that is standing in the gap to bring somebody in. We can no longer let our loved ones be out of the fold. Bring them in.
Say it. Amen. Say it.
The mirror on the wall.
Yes, yes. Very good.
God knows who you are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.